Well, good morning, y'all. Time to do another water change. Stay tuned. I'll try to show you how I do it. Hopefully, y'all can understand, and hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. So anyhow, let's go on and do this. If those that been watching the content, you know my pump I've been using worked, but it was kind of slow. So I went and got an upgrade. It's a cheap pump. I mean, it's a sub pump. Everbuilt submersible automatic utility pump. It pumps like 1,500 gallons an hour, something like that. 27 gallons a minute. I don't know what it is, but anyhow, it's a big improvement of what I had. And it attaches right to a garden hose. Let's go ahead and attach it. And by the way, y'all, this hose is run out to my pond. So I'm topping my pond off while I'm doing water change. Go ahead and drop it in the tank. There we go. It's in the tank. I'm having a power strip. I'll show you a little bit here. Let's go down. Right here. I have a power strip close by, or an outlet, whatever you want to do to plug it in. Let's go ahead and plug it in. You can see what's happening. Okay, it's pumped in. Water's running out, and while this is happening, I like to I can take some water out of the tank. This is how I do my deconator process, y'all. I put it in a cup. Water in here. I use safe. Seacom. I don't know. It's a Seacom product. It's a powder form. I know some people would not recommend doing this, but this is what I use. It's been working for me for the past 3 years, and it says a quarter teaspoon will do 300 US gallons. This is a 90-gallon tank, 90 gallon, and you can say it can dose up to 4 times the amount. So a quarter teaspoon will do 300 gallons. 4 times 90 is what? 360. So 360, that means a quarter teaspoon will be just fine in this tank. So this is what I usually do, a quarter teaspoon. And I don't put it in the tank. Out of the way, the powder form. I put it in the cup, the water that I pulled out of the aquarium. There we go. We're going to close it, get the moisture out. Take the cup that I pulled out, the water. I stir it. That way it's totally, fully dissolved in some aquarium water. I set it back up there, ready for to add to the tank before I add the fresh water. And while it's still emptying out, I'm going to go ahead and pull out a scraper. This is a good time to do your cleaning while you're at it. Scrape all the algae off the glass. That way you get that pristine look. Those that are looking for that kind of style of the tank. That way you're able to enjoy your fish a little bit better. Sorry for all the racket and noise. Hopefully it ain't too loud for y'all. It's a normal current every week, y'all. Let's get our water changes done properly. Do it regularly. Especially if you ain't sure if it needs it, test the water. And also, when you do your oil changes, keep a towel handy. Right, dry your hands. You make a little dip in between the glass or whatever. You can dry it off right away. And what you do is, if you want to, you can also scrape the sand back level again. For those that don't know, this is my Frontosas tank. So, cichlids like to display move the sand around. But if you don't mind that sand's moving around, and you don't mind that it's not level, leave it. It don't bother me, so normally I leave the sand the way it is. Because this is the home. Okay, I think I'm done right now with the outer scraper. So I put it to the side for now. I'm going to go ahead and move this pump to the next tank. And when you pull it out, there's going to be some water drippage out of the pump. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I just dry it off and move to the next tank. Okay, I got the pump moved over there. Okay, let's see if you can see what we're doing. There's a power strip that I plugging my pump into. I moved the pump over to this tank over here. And I'm gonna start draining that tank. While that's happening, let's come back to over here. And I'll add the dechlorinator and we'll add the fresh water to this tank. Okay, y'all. Yeah, I still use that old pump yet, y'all. I usually get filled from the trash. See, I put my tap water from the tap to a trash can because the temperature from the tap is kind of warm, and I want to give my zippers, especially the Africans, cooler water. I'm gonna do a water change. Hey, remember, add the different coordinator, y'all. You know, something like we mixed up earlier. Well, you give it another stir. Put it right in the flame water. Let's go ahead and start filling it up from the trash can. In a little bit, you'll see water coming out of the hose. Let me check. There you go. There you go. Right there. Okay, while that's happening, I go back to the tank that's emptying out. I pull water out of the tap, not the tap, out of the aquarium, and add the coordinator to that as well. Okay, remember, add your coordinator. If you're using top water, add a decoordinator. It don't matter what brand. I recommend Prime. There, I'll show you. Prime for all your smaller tank needs, which this is what I use. I use the Seacom brand, Prime, for the small tanks. The bigger tanks, I prefer using the Safe. It's a little bit cheaper. You know, when you're doing this, I recommend doing it DIY on a budget. So, yeah, stay tuned. We'll get this done. And this is the decoordinated water from the aquarium. I added the decoordinator to here. Let's stir it. This is for the next tank, for the winter. And while that's happening, now we got a tank emptying out. Right there. No, straight back. That's not emptying out. That's filling up. You see the water coming out right here? The water coming out of the back end of the tank, that's from the canister filter, FX6. So this is filling up. I will add the decoordinator to that tank. The tank over here, you can see, I'm emptying it out, lowering the water, using that pump. The spray that you're seeing coming across right here, that's from another canister filter for that tank. That's a 75-gallon tank now, for those that wondered. Okay, a towel, draw the pump off, it's going to be leaking. You don't want it dripping off your furniture, your floors, whatever you have around. Put it down, that's a bit heavy. I'm going to add it to the next tank. And also, y'all, we do this. You have these pumps that would be above the water surface when you're doing a water change. Unplug them or turn them off. So that way they're not making a lot of noise. I need to get Wi-Fi plugs for those pumps. That way I can turn it off with my phone. Okay, I got that one unplugged. Okay. Let's go ahead. Pour some water out of the next tank for the pool to add to it. Got that. Go ahead and turn this thing on. Okay, the next tank is draining. And while you're doing this, guys, try to stay focused what you're doing. Because mistakes can happen. It's not a matter of time. It's a matter of when, not if. It's going to happen. Mistakes going to happen. But if you try to stay focused, that will lessen the chances of mistakes happening. In the past, I've done live streams doing a water change, but I've always found it a little bit hard to stay focused and to talk to the audience while I'm doing the water change. So I try to avoid doing it too much. Okay, got one tank emptying out, one tank filling up. Now next one, take over there for the discus, so I can add water from the tap. It's going to be fine. Okay, let's go ahead and fill that up. And if you ain't quite sure about your tap water, you can always add a little bit of fly to the tank when you're doing a water change. And if you ain't quite sure on the temperature of your tanks and on the tap, you can always double check. I like using a thermometer. You can see. It gives you an idea, which, you know, it's a cheap brand from Harbor Freight, but it works. dry the floor up, maybe a little spill. That's okay. I'm just testing the water that I'm putting in and see how it's affecting. Okay. Hey, and by the way, we got a new fish coming in. The tank right there. It's been in quarantine now for 2 months. I know some people say, that's too long to quarantine a fish. But hey, if you ain't quite sure, quarantine it extra time. That way you make sure that the fish is okay. You're not adding a bad disease to your tank. Got a new fish? That's exciting. That's something that we're waiting for months to do. So I'm excited to add more fish to the tank. You know? And also, this new tank is ready for more plants, fish, quarantine, whatever you want to do. I do not want to add more stuff to this tank, anything new, without removing one fish, because people are in here quarantining for quite a long time. So I do not want to start the cooking process all over again. So that is why I waited to add more plants and fish to this tank until I removed the guy. And also, now it's perfect timing to add new fish to the tank. Because you did a water change, everything's new to everybody. So you can add a new guy, and everybody's mixed up. So it'll be less of aggression. So far in the past, that's always worked for me when you add new fish, is do it during a water change. It's coming on just fine, everything, y'all. Clean up some spills I made. You know, like I'm saying, spills happen. That is a normal thing. That's no issue. Just clean it up, that's all. I used to be worried about spills back when I started in the hobby. But I was like, you know, don't worry about it. Just do your thing. It's going to happen. And when you're done, clean it up. Simple as that. Sorry, I was blocking the camera. There we go. I'm gonna check this water, make sure it's good. Okay, it's about full. In a bit, I can add this hose over to the other tank and finish filling that up. I think that's about time. Okay, got that couched. We'll go ahead and start filling it up, finish filling it up from the couch. I'll show you a trick or a tip. The water is running out of the. This is a that's right here. It's a DIY Python hook. I use PVC. There's a ball valve right there. So if I want to turn it off from the tap, this comes back from the tap. Those are wonders. And I added the container to the tank, so it's fine. The reason I used from the trash can first, because trash can water was a lot cooler. I had to give them, half of water that's been sitting around. Not only it helps, it's really gassing off the chlorine out of the water, but also it matches the water temperature matches to the room that's in. Which the water from the tap is quite a bit warmer than the water from the room. So